Hi, this is Amy again for Project Wonder, and I'm a former IB educator, so wanted to talk about the connections that Project Wonder has to the IB. The IB stands for the International Baccalaureate. Schools around the world are certified in this curriculum, and it actually spans years from 3 to 19. What we're talking about right now is the Diploma program, which is for high schools. So it's the last 2 years of high school, 11th and 12th, and really focuses on critical thinking, global awareness, holistic development that is recognized by universities around the world. So the CAS program has 7 learning outcomes that each student has to provide evidence to the IB in order to get the diploma. CAS is a core element of the IB program, and it stands for Creativity Activity Service. It is related to Project Wonder because that was the first thing I started teaching. For me, it was a service learning class. In my experience, it was the most meaningful for most of my students, actually. CAS lets kids get out and experience things in their community. They use what they're learning in all their IB classes and put it into practice. So these 7 learning outcomes are actually, I find, amazing guides. So one is to identify your own strengths and areas for growth. One is to take on new challenges, to learn new skills. One is to show perseverance and commitment in your CAS experiences. One is to engage with issues of global importance. One is to consider the ethical implications of your actions. Another is to work collaboratively. And the last one would be to actually initiate and engage in a CAS experience. So to plan it and to put it out to your community. So today we're just going to focus on that first one, which is to consider your strengths and areas for growth and how that connects with Project Wonder, because that is the first thing we want to do in this program, which is to identify your strengths, to really understand them. So we have curriculum that will help you identify your strengths, that gives you ideas on how to highlight or utilize those strengths in your daily life. It reinforces those strengths along the way. So we figured them out in the beginning, but we actually utilize them throughout the program. And then by knowing those strengths, it helps give you the confidence to go out there and try new things and gain new skills and be committed. And I really think that's the foundation for everything. As for areas for growth, we all know we have them, and so it has lessons to let you identify them, let you think about them, let you create a plan to strengthen them. It also is that sometimes those areas for growth are things that might always be that weak spot in how you work with others. So how do you find teams that support you and that you can utilize your strengths while they can help you with those things that might not be so easy for you? So I think that's a big part of it, is that working collaboratively and being able to work in a team and be able to offset some of that and be okay with that. We're not going to be good at everything. Something that goes hand in hand with strengths is actually your values. And Project Wonder, I feel, does a great job of having curriculum that lets you understand the values that are important to you and utilize them along with your strengths. So this helps guide you in your decision making, and I think knowing your strengths plus your values helps that decision making even more. What projects are you going to take on? How are you going to use your time? Who are you going to spend your time with? If you know your values and you know your strengths, those decisions come easier because you have the confidence to back up what you are deciding. To sum up this video, which is about strengths and identifying strengths and areas for growth, I really think that this is a key element that defines Project Wonder, but also helps define students and who they are, and helps foster this sense of wanting to learn, wanting to get out into the community, and wanting to do things that they really want to do, which creates motivation and excitement and connections that last forever. If you want to go more in depth about finding your strengths, we have a video on the platform, so go ahead and check it out.